I've gotten a bit more into active trading recently, which is why I tried a few different sites. Now on CoinW, which we will set to dark mode right away, they get 200x leverage available on futures and some of the easiest to navigate interfaces, plus a pretty big selection of coins like Monad is on there, some events and community engagements that they have on their X, for example, which one is going to win that showdown over here when it comes to different perpetual dexes, from all the ones that are listed, as they have Aster listed, Hyperliquid, DYDX, GMX and more. And it's cool to see how many different things they have in the community just for additional bonuses. Plus, market is up today. We're back at 93.5k for Bitcoin, which is nice to see after we went down to like 83k just a week ago. So I thought let's look through it because you might like it too. Obviously, linked down below, free to sign up. Lots of things that they have available. And right now there are quite a few benefits that you get by signing up and starting to trade a little bit with the year-end Christmas event where you can win up to 1210 USDT. And it's fairly simple for USDT. Sign up using the link down below. Activate your futures account during the campaign. It's 2 steps and there is a 10 USDT bonus just for that. A bonus of 200 for any new user that completes basic KYC, makes their first deposit in different stages available down here, depending on the size of the deposit. And then depending on futures volume, there are additional bonuses. So if you do happen to trade futures anyways, there are even more bonuses on top of that. That is going to last for about 2 weeks. But then again, link down below, check it out. You'll see exactly if it's still live and the bonuses that you can get. Now for futures, obviously they do have a walkthrough when it comes to some sort of tutorial, how to do it. Obviously we are experienced, we know how to open and close with our different options, for which you can set our market order or limit order, have advanced limits and conditional options as well, for which we would use the isolated split 20x leverage option up there, at least when we want to trade on Bitcoin. However, the list is pretty long as we have a few hundred available. Let's say you want to trade Zcash, which is one of those things I wish I would have gotten into from the beginning, but didn't. That's why we got futures, so we can predict the price long term, or up there, predict that it's gonna go down. Now I'm not gonna tell you what to do. Obviously you can do whatever you like, but I would assume if our current rally continues, this is probably going to go to about 1k. So depending on how you adjust your margins and your leverage, a 3x should be somewhat guaranteed. And if you don't want to trade yourself, in here they also have futures copy trading available. Some exchanges and sites out there, they offer regular copy trading, but not all offer futures copy trading. So if you're not just find a trader who seems to do pretty well from the ones that are listed on here, 347% gains in the last 15 days, then you cannot just follow them for spot regular trading without any leverage, but also with futures, which will make it a lot faster to get to whatever goal you personally have. You can also filter by profit and loss, MDD, win rate. So far, there are almost 100,000 total copy traders with profits of almost 65 million. So again, nobody's telling you what to do, but if trading isn't really your expertise, or you personally hold coins long term, as that is what I mostly do for the majority of the coins that I get into, but you started doing some trading on the side, might as well copy it from somebody else. Because good artists copy, just like Picasso said. There are also different types of trading bots available. Let's say we see Bitcoin between like 92 and 94,000 for the next couple days. Then something like a spot grid might be pretty good, as you simply buy and sell on this oscillatory cycle up and down. There's also a marketplace for that, so people who already created everything published it, which means you can simply click on copy and you're done, as other people already did all the work. What is especially nice are all the missions that they have in the rewards hub, for which there are bonuses up to $12,000 in total, which means if you start to actively trade anyways, there are additional bonuses. And I always like that sort of mindset, simply getting an additional benefit for something you do anyways. If you hold Bitcoin long term, might as well stake it somewhere or borrow against it and get an additional few percent. If you trade anyways, might as well trade on a site that gives you a whole bunch of free bonuses on top of what you've already been doing. They're also grouped into different tasks that are available. For example, you get $10 in USDT as a future bonus if you go through the second level of KYC verification. You even get free Doge simply by trading. You get the idea, additional bonuses and rewards simply for being active on the site, having it in a more gamified way to make it easy to stay engaged. Now on the more drop-down menu up there, they have lots of different things. So I don't know what you're personally into, but let's say you're into crypto live streaming. That is available on there. They also got Prop W, Gem W, you get the idea, they add W at the end. And then they also got the earn features available, for which you can earn daily rewards on your idle crypto. We can see the APR that they mentioned for some of the coins. 12.8% on USDT. That's pretty good. That beats inflation. 4% on Bitcoin. Bitcoin grows by like 30% on average a year anyways. And there's an additional 4% on that, 5% on Solana, 10% on Hyperliquid, as well as the option to have an auto invest plan. So if you want to DCA into the market, you can pretty much create plans for any of the coins. So instead of setting yourself a reminder that, let's say every Friday, at the end of each month, you should DCA into the market, you can simply automate that and everything stays in one place. And if you do want to buy meme coins, that's an option too with CoinW. Obviously, that is, you could say higher risk, but honestly, most in crypto, especially when it comes to coins, it's not just high risk, it's insane risk, but also insane returns depending on when you get in. But it's nice that the option is there because you can do whatever you like. And if you want to get coins that fluctuate by like 50% a day, they are on here as well. Going back though, when it comes to some predictions that I would personally make for the foreseeable future. XRP to $10 eventually. BNB back to 1,000 for sure. That's only a 10% gain. Solana will easily sit at like $500 at the end of whatever cycle we currently have. Seems to be extended. And I still wonder, how is ADA like a top 15 coin? I used ADA before. This is insanely outdated. But you know, if price goes up, open along. They get 50x leverage on there. Let's see what it goes to. I will leave links to everything down below. Obviously, when it comes to the regulations, the security, all of that is on here. You get a ton of bonuses simply for using it. They call it like the super bonus for signing up, where you get like 10 different things for free just for using it. And I always like to think, especially when alt season actually happens, if you're signed up to multiple different sites to have pretty much any coin available to buy it immediately when you see like a signal in a Telegram group or you see a tweet. Some of the coins that aren't listed on other exchanges are listed here. 200x leverage on certain coins or futures is available, and some other benefits. In the worst case, you sign up and you don't like it, nothing happens. It's free. And it's better to be prepared than to be sorry. And if you want to have smooth trading at your fingertips right here, the link is down below. It's free to sign up and it lasts 2 weeks, which they're up to 1,210 in USDT and bonuses alone, for which all you gotta do is sign up, trade with different sizes of deposits for the second stage, and have a certain amount of volume in order to get additional bonuses just by being active. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you probably tomorrow, where we talk about coins that I think are going to do best over the next couple months. Take care.